Hi, this is Jeff Salzenstein, and today we're going to bring you another video tennis lesson that's going to make a big difference with your game. Now, we have subscribers that email us from time to time, and a lot of times they're going to ask us about the split step. And that's not the easiest thing to capture on camera to show you exactly how it's done, but there are different things that are going on with the split step, and today I want to talk about what I'm calling the reverse split step. What do I mean by that? I see players that actually split step in the reverse direction. They actually start somewhat wide, and when they split step, their feet actually come together. Now, if you've been playing tennis for any length of time or studied the game, you know that's a no-no, that's not going to work for you, but I still see players doing it. So you definitely want to make sure that you avoid this move where you're wide and then you bring your feet in, because now you don't have a center of gravity. You don't have your center of gravity underneath you. You're not able to push off in either direction with your feet going in. So I actually recommend for players to feel like they're pretty narrow at the beginning when they're trying to learn this, so that when they split, they can exaggerate feeling like they're getting wide. Okay, so think of your feet being a little bit closer together before you split step, so you can remind yourself to go wide. If you already start wide, it's kind of tough to go wide from there. You're just going to kind of go in place. So see if you can bring your feet together like this, and then make that split with your feet a little bit outside of shoulder width. Now I'm going to bring Max in right now, and Max is going to go ahead and demonstrate the wrong way to do it and the right way to do it. So Max, I know that I'm on you all the time about the split step, right? Tell me what you notice about your split sometimes, and you know, one player that we've referred to a lot because he does it very well.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes when I'm not splitting, you'll get on me about it, and I feel like when I do split correctly, it gives me a lot of good timing, and I just try and think of being like Andy Murray, because he has a really good split step. He gets high off the ground and gets wide every time.
And what you're probably noticing these days is guys like Novak Djokovic and Andy Murray, they have incredible leg strength. They seem to be getting wider and wider, you know, on the returns and also with their split steps. They're getting that air time and they're getting wide. They are not narrow when they're landing. So I'm going to go ahead and have Max do that right now. I'm going to move off the camera. All right, Max, we're going to start with you in a wide base, and then you're going to go to that narrow split step. Okay, this is the wrong way to do it. This is the no-no. You don't want to do it this way. And you really can't push off. Of course, he has a great forehand. He makes it work. But we're trying to just show you that this is not a natural way to move. So how do you correct it? You start with a narrow stance, and then you make sure your split step is very wide. And the key is to go wide and then really react quickly. Good. So that looks really nice. So this is how you can learn it. Just exaggerate kind of just standing there in a narrow stance, and then you go wide.
Let's take a look at split steps that I've seen on tennis courts as a coach. It was actually something I'd never seen as a player because I'd played at higher levels, but at the recreational level, I see this type of split step where the feet actually go together like this. And, you know, for whatever reason, players do this, and for obvious reasons, you're not going to be able to push off and move correctly. Now, this player can get away with it here because he's not having to move wide, but certainly when you're splitting, and that split even, in my opinion, is not active enough to be able to get out and make a strong move to a wider ball. So that base even right there is too narrow. So in general, players are too narrow when they play. And here's another split. Again, you can see there's just not a lot happening. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that one in particular, but it definitely could be a little bit wider. His legs could be a little bit more loaded. Right there, again, you'll see it. So that's what you want to focus on, is on your split step, is getting wider than shoulder width apart when you hit your split step before you make your first move. Take a look at this player exaggerating the split, and you can see this wider split allows the player to get into a lower base when the ball comes, and that way the player can move around the ball with a wider, stronger base. So I really think that allows the player to pivot with that outside leg there and to make the necessary adjustment steps with a wider base. Let's zoom in here And again, let's back it up. You can see this player feet are together, and then on the split, they're wider than shoulder width apart. That's what we're looking for, is being able to make that split step every time with your feet wider than shoulder width.
I really hope you received a ton of value from this lesson today so you can go take action on the court as soon as possible. If you want to see more in-depth breakdown of this lesson and many others, make sure to join us inside the Total Tennis Training Inner Circle, where you can get cutting-edge tennis tips and strategies that can fix your weaknesses and improve your strengths. If you want to be a part of our growing online tennis community and get the best tennis lessons on the planet, go ahead and click the link below and we'll help you go to the next level with your tennis. I'm really excited to help you out, and thanks for taking the time to watch this lesson today.